Yeah, okay. Kate Smith. Here. Sue McFadden.
Present.
Dennis Allison. Demita Dubose.
Present.
John Jones.
Here.
Dennis Kapelinski.
Here.
Jennifer McConnell. Robert Smith. Brendan MacArthur.
Here.
Zachary Witt.
Here.
Kim O'Farrell.
Present.
Okay, does anything need to be changed with the agenda?
No, the only thing I would ask is, did anybody, was the 3 people missing excused, or did they notify anybody?
I was wondering that too.
Jen-
Jen, okay?
Notified by Jennifer McConnell that she is not able to make it. She actually notified me last week, and I believe Mr. Downey was notified by the other members.
Got it.
I was gonna ask if she was okay. She hasn't been here.
Are we in
Okay,
officers today?
Yeah. Did you have new officers on the list somewhere toward the back? Is that when we're gonna get to that?
As far as electing a new chair and all of that, I was gonna add it to the agenda for the August meeting and give everybody a chance to kind of discuss things.
Want me to take care of it right now?
If you would like to,
I can
that
take
would be
care of it
fine.
right now for it.
Would you-
Yes, he can. He
I'd like
can.
to make a motion to make Sue McFadden the chair and Demita Dubose the vice chair. Do I have a second?
You do.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Done.
Okay.
Next
then.
time I'll try and be faster.
Okay.
Is that's the note that's on the front of my
That's for the
agenda
next
too.
meeting.
That was too quick. I'm not used to that.
John's very quick.
Okay,
Kate, you good with that?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, the new agenda, before we approve it, is everyone okay with it? The new format? You'll notice how it's changed a little bit?
Oh, that format, okay.
So are we doing 2 public comments? Are you doing public comment before and a public comment after?
We can.
I mean, because I know usually like at council meetings, stuff like that,
the end.
they do call to the public like after the meeting, so that way if they have anything to discuss that was
We can add
on
that.
the agenda?
Yeah.
Or, I'm just kind of curious.
So
How
if you, we'll have the public comment up at the, and again, I kind of went off the old agenda, how it was, and then tried to kind of just put it this way, just adding, you know, the spotlight of the staff and that type of thing. But if you want to add that at the end, we'll definitely add that at the end, yes?
Yes,
Okay, where would you like that to go?
last, right?
Yeah,
Where does
like
it normally go?
right before,
motion to adjourn?
yeah.
Okay.
You can always open to the public on action items like council does, so instead of having it before. And that's just the chairperson will, point it out,
Yeah,
open
it's
to the
usually,
comment.
we usually
public
don't
comment.
have that much, but it's nice to have it.
We'll add
Set
that,
up.
absolutely. It's in my notes. Anything else to the agenda?
That was the only thing I had.
Yeah, I like that it's straightforward. I like the action items are on there now. Anything else before moving on? Would somebody like to approve it?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, and approval of the minutes from the June meeting. Any questions or comments regarding that?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, presentations.
Hello.
Hi.
Danielle. I am the Senior Activities Coordinator over at Radcliffe for the Senior Center. So I just wanted to go over some of the things that we offer at the Senior Center. We have fitness classes, we have Arthritis Foundation exercise, and we have Arthritis Foundation Tai Chi. Those come from a grant with the Senior Alliance. We have our senior fitness room. I don't know if anybody has been over there to check it out. It's beautiful, brand new equipment. We've got about 44 active memberships right now, and we've got maybe about 2 or 3 people that drop in, but most of them are our memberships. We have some social activities for the seniors. The Red Hats meet with us. That's once a month. TOPS, it's a weight loss support group. They meet with us every Thursday morning. We have M&Ms, Modern Matures, and they are just kind of a group that gets together. They have lunch, like a potluck, and hang out and socialize, and just something to do on a Thursday. And they meet once a month. They play cards, they play bingo, they just hang out. And then we have Metro Detroit Deaf Senior Citizens. They meet with us twice a month, and they come in and they play cards, and they do lunch, and that's kind of their gathering twice a month. I offer bingo. That is free. The first, second, and third Wednesday of the month. I know right now your Echo says just the second and third, but we just got another brand new sponsor. And they come in, they provide the prizes, they provide snacks, they call it bingo for our seniors, and it's all free for them.
Who's the new sponsor?
Regency of Livonia.
Oh, okay,
Yep. Yep.
that's awesome.
So some of the other things that we do, I work with the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan to offer a Matter of Balance class and a chronic pain class. Those are full. Both of those classes are full right now.
What is the balance class?
So that teaches you, people that tend to fall aren't great on their feet. It teaches them safety in the home. It teaches them exercises that they can do each day to improve their balance and coordination. And it's free. It's all funded through the Senior Alliance and the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan.
Do you have to be a Garden City resident?
No. None of our stuff at the senior center you have to be a resident for. It's open to anybody.
Do you have any senior activities that aren't during the day?
We have one coming up now. We are going to do a senior formal dinner dance, and that will be in the evening. Some of our trips go all day, so we start in the morning, we come home in the evening, but we are working on putting together some things in the evening for some of the seniors.
Oh, the dinner sounds fun.
It does. The reason I ask is because I'm actually getting to that age where I technically called a senior, but I have a lot of friends of mine, and they're of the same age,
Yeah.
technically seniors, but working, so they
Yes.
can't participate in any of the activities that you guys provide because it's during the day when they're at work.
Yes.
So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so that is something that we're starting to work on, is what can we offer in the evening. So you'll see more of that come, in the near future for us. But our dinner dance is the first one that we're gonna
It
go
does
with.
sound like fun.
Yeah, gonna dress up and have fun.
Yeah. Do these
Yep.
go to all the homes?
So these go, you have to be on my mailing list.
Okay.
They also get put on the city website. They go out every other month. So this is the July-August issue. I'm working on the September-October one. And you can also get it through email. So they'll call me and they'll ask to be put on the list. And then so it goes out, we reach about 1,500 people, 1,500 issues of this
That's a
usually
lot
go
of different
out.
ways to be able to get it.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, yep. So everything that we do is in this. Do you have any questions on other things that we do? But we try and do parties throughout the year. I try and do at least 4 trips a year, just different types of ones to give everybody an opportunity to come.
The trips have been sold out too, right?
Yeah.
In the past?
I like this barbecue.
The barbecue? Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we're gonna have like cornhole and different like outdoor games that they can play. They can come and have lunch. They can socialize. We'll have some music. So yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah, you have a lot of different activities in here. This is a very nice brochure.
Thank you.
And just to touch on, actually last night, if you caught the council meeting, we voted in the Senior Alliance's annual implementation plan, which is what will allow us to get the funds for the Tai Chi and
Arthritis exercise.
arthritis exercises.
Yep.
So that was voted in last night. Deputy City Clerk was here and had numbers. I think one was $7,800 split between 3 communities, and the other one was $7,900 split between the same 3 communities for those classes, so we get a portion of that.
Do any of the other communities, do you, like, collaborate on ideas?
Sometimes we call each other, to get some ideas, and a lot of times we'll just, look and see what other communities are doing, and if we can offer the same thing, or something like it. I know the city of Westland does at St. Patrick's Day, they do a trivia contest, and they get all the participants from all the different senior centers at the Friendship Center for a day of trivia, and there's a trophy. And we won the trophy this year. Our seniors did. So we won the trophy. Yep, so we'll go back next year and defend the trophy. But we have a lot of different seniors from a lot of different communities. I have a couple that comes in from Southfield for our arthritis exercise class and our Tai Chi class. And they just spend the day with us on Wednesdays.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's, and then my Metro Detroit Deaf seniors, they come from all around. I have some from like Howell and Pinckney, downriver. So they really travel, just to come and socialize and hang out, and they love the space.
Radcliffe is such a nice building to hang out in. That's awesome.
Yeah, it works really well, so. Yep. Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Before we continue further, I will have a step back. We didn't actually we had a motion and a second for the approval of the agenda and the minutes, but we didn't have a aye vote from the board. So if we can just step back. So the approval of the agenda, and then who was the second?
I think that was me.
Okay, and then all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? No. Move on to the next one. Motion again, right? And then the second? Was that Demita?
I don't know.
From the approval of the minutes.
Oh,
We had 2.
you had to? I'm lost.
Are we supposed to vote on them every single time?
Yeah.
Oh, we literally never do.
Motion, second, and then a aye vote, just for those. So it was the motion, I think Demita did the second, and then
Second.
Okay.
Aye.
Oh, yeah, aye.
Aye. Say aye.
it's confusing, I'm
Just say
very
yes.
sorry, but,
No, it's not. I got it.
okay, now you may continue.
Okay, there's no action items, correct?
No.
Okay, discussion items? Nothing?
The mic isn't here, I don't think. I was trying to find out who was on City Park with me. Oh, God, he gave me the name.
It's gotta be,
You think, what's his name?
it's gotta be done.
Yeah,
It is Dennis. It is.
it's who?
No,
No, it's, no, it's not Dennis. It's, yeah, it is. It's Dennis Allison.
it's
Dennis Allison. Okay.
Yeah, it's Dennis.
I have mower.
You have mower. All right, here, let's do this tonight. Can we stop this meeting for just a minute? Can everybody say what park they're responsible for, and we get it down and we know who has what? Dennis, what do you got? Mower?
That's what I was told.
Dennis has got mower.
You?
What do you have?
You have Rotary.
I got you.
Yeah, you have Rotary. You were supposed to come by my house. That's how we know.
I have a rotary. Yep.
I have City.
Kiwanis.
Juanis,
I have Florence.
Florence,
Ellen.
Ellen.
So Arcola is left.
Now the only, oh, that's, okay, so what parks are left now? And we can probably figure this
Manor.
out. Manor
Arcola.
and Arcola.
And one for City.
City.
And one
So
for city.
Jen is probably Manor, maybe.
And
Jen
then
McConnell.
Florence, right behind Tipton.
Brendan, what do you have?
Ellen.
Helen? Okay.
Oh, you know what? I think Bill Allison has
Bill,
Arcola.
Dennis Allison.
I mean Dennis Allison. Dennis Allison, I think he has Arcola, because I remember I said, you better take care of my baby.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know Dennis Allison has,
I'm gonna borrow your pen.
he would have Arcola.
All right, so
All right. So then
Like
what is,
Dennis has-
so who is left now?
O'Connell,
And Robert.
And Robert,
So
yeah.
there's Florence and,
There's,
No, I have Florence.
there's
Oh.
Jen and Robert.
Have Florence and what else left? Kate?
nope, Sue just said she was Florence.
Sue is Florence?
Sue
Yeah.
is Florence.
I thought she
Yeah.
was Well, who's Rotary? Okay, you're Rotary. Okay.
Okay, so
What one do you have?
And Robert,
Manor and City are left, right?
You need help with city, you said?
yeah, they said it was supposed to be 2 people on city.
Yeah, there
I
is.
can check it too, because I go ride my bike through.
Well, do you guys want to get together and split it?
No, we just,
Or, no, you're saying, okay, so you'll both walk the park and whatever you see, you'll report,
Yeah.
whatever she sees, she report.
Yeah.
That's fine, whatever you guys want to do. You guys are doing it, you guys can work it out.
What one do you have, Kate?
Kiwanis.
I like that park.
I do have one more thing about our park reports. Is there a possibility that in our packet, the month before our park report is due, could we get the report in our packet the month before the report is due?
Sure. Thanks. Absolutely.
Perfect. I think that'll solve you not getting some reports.
And then do them and bring them to the next meeting, so you have a month?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so we should back up for just a minute, so if we get them like a month before, the plan was to do them within the next week or two, right? And then bring them to the meeting, so we'd have like a whole month to do it. Then at the meeting, they were gonna make copies of everybody's report. I mean, not that night, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They would make copies of everybody's report, and then the next meeting, they would pass them out, and we would kind of review what issues or what problems people were seeing in the park. You know, like if if branches had not been trimmed and stuff like that, then bring that to the attention. And then that way, if all the parks need it, then that way you can say, well, hey, the Parks and Rec guys were out there and the ladies were out there and they saw that the trees need to be trimmed. And they're all saying the same thing, so it must be true. So somebody needs to look at it.
Understood.
What if there's like special action items, we could reach out to you and say, you know, like, hey, there's a, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, that, you know, it needs something done now. It, you know, it could be, you know,
Oh, yeah,
possible
can we still-
danger, hazard.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to the parks, you're more than welcome to contact myself or Mr. Downey, because it's actually his crews that go throughout the parks, you know, doing the garbage and doing all the cleanup and so forth. But again, if you're out doing your inspection and you see something immediate that needs attention, you know, give us a call. Either one of us, you know, we're available whenever you're out there, you know, because we don't want to let something wait a week or whatnot. Residents call as well. I know they call Mike if they see something that's not the way it's supposed to be. We had a tree down just a week ago with the storm. Those things happen overnight as well. Vandalism happens overnight, so it's all about communication. You see it, report it. We do our service requests to our DPW, and we just get things done. So it's all about communication. Okay.
Makes sense to me.
Okay, any other discussion items? Okay, moving on to old business. The DNR Land and Water Grant.
Basically, since the last meeting, I made communications with the DNR, also made communications with our engineering team that was on this project starting from 2019. Where we're at today is that we are second in the queue for review. All the revisions have been made by the engineering firm, and they are loaded to the DNR portal. So I'm waiting for approval from DNR to go out for bid. So that is where we are. 2 in the queue is not too bad. It's better than being 15 deep in the queue for review. So once that gets approved by DNR, it goes right to the city, we go out for bid, and we move forward with everything, so. that's
Do you
how that-
have any idea what their time frame is?
As far as,
How long you're gonna be in the queue?
I should have an answer by the end of the week, but I can't, I'm hoping. And I'm pretty efficient. I email DNR, I've emailed the engineers every day, because this is very important, that we get this park renovated and updated, so I'm on them every day. It's a lot of money, and I push, so.
I like that.
so.
Thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you
That's
for
where
all your
we're at,
hard work.
so-
It would be great to get that done.
Any other questions or comments regarding that?
Good at this time.
There's no new business. Chairperson's report, I don't have one at this time. Director's report?
I got a few, not a lot. Just a couple of things. I'm keeping it very short tonight. The staff is, all summer, we have been planning and programming and social media, trying to get more programming to Radcliffe. I feel we have not doubled but tripled the book. This is a draft of what is possibly going to be coming out. We are in the final draft stages of the fall and winter Rec Connect guide that will be coming to the community. We're targeting for mid-August that it will hit the households in Garden City with all the fall and winter programming. We have added numerous things, and I do follow some of the social media, not every day, but just some comments. You know, we are having family movie nights. We are doing kids dances, youth dance, you know, all those types of fun community activities that everybody can participate in. You know, we have that, Danielle and I are figuring out, you know, evening events for our senior population, those types of things. So we're building those programs as we move along. And also the renovations at Radcliffe are moving great. The new offices just got done for the team. We're moving to teen tech, and I mean, it's just ongoing every day. Something new, something great. Come over and visit. You can see what's going on. The other big piece, and like I said, there's a lot. I could talk all night about everything that's in here, but it's more fun to read it. The other thing, we did meet with McKenna about the master plan. That was approved at City Council as well to get this thing done. It's going to go very, very quickly. We had a great meeting with them. The survey for the community is online. It's on Parks and Rec social media, and it's also on the city website. We also have hard copies of the survey at Radcliffe and City Hall now for those that don't do the social media side of things. So we can take a handwritten survey, they can act, and on the top of the survey, I believe we had asked people to bring it over to Radcliffe, but if they leave it at City Hall, that's okay too. I'll swing by and pick those hard copies up. We don't want people, you know, driving all over the city to turn these things in. So, but that's the first phase of the 5-year master plan. And then we also have our community forum. We're only going to do one right now because of the timeline that it's so tight to get this thing done and to council by December, early January. So the community forum is Tuesday, October 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Radcliffe. That is open forum for the community to come, let us know what they want.
That's
So we're only
October
gonna-
17th?
Pardon me?
October 17th?
October 17th, yes, from 6 to 8. We had a November one, and that fell out of the timeline. So, but the survey is out there. We need to hear from our community. That's the only way to put a master plan together. It's the best form of people saying what they want, and the survey's pretty simple. I've taken it. So,
Maybe you could say something at the council meeting?
Yeah, I can bring it up.
yeah, we just got that loaded.
Thank you.
I think we had one up yesterday and there was a glitch in the QR code, so we had to pull it down on social media, and we got that, McKenna fixed that, so.
Is that gonna be in the,
Yeah, that's what happened, there was a glitch, the barcode thing,
is
so.
that gonna be in the Heritage Room at Radcliffe or,
I believe so,
and 7 PM?
from 6 to 8 p.m. Yeah. Just a couple other things. We actually teamed up with our fire department, and the whole staff at Radcliffe had a full-blown fire drill.
Okay.
So, that was a fun day, but we're thankful that, you know, we're gonna be doing those things bi-month, or bi-annual, just to keep staff fresh on safety skills, emergency procedures, those types of things. Everything is working great in Radcliffe as far as the fire alarm system. And I wanna thank the fire department for coming over and initiating that and helping us. It was a good,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
which way to
nice.
go out, and, you know, when we've got a building full of people, it's very important that our team, the staff, knows how to get people out and which door. So that was kind of a fun, good day. Movie in the park last week, we had a nice turnout. I think we got one more in August, and I didn't bring my current one. Yes, I did. The August movie is,
Top Gun Maverick.
which one?
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick. And I'm trying to find the date of that.
The 23rd.
There you go.
I believe.
Rotary, right?
At Rotary.
Yes, at Rotary.
Okay, thank you. And then my last piece of information, we are selling the Owen Strong bracelets at the Radcliffe Center. All the funds go to the Owen Strong Fund to help with the family that's going through that just traumatic experience right now. So if you are looking to purchase an Owen Strong bracelet, we do have them at Radcliffe, and they're $5. And then we will be getting the t-shirts in as well. This is kind of citywide. If you don't know the situation, we can talk about that after, and I can fill you in on what's happening with that. But we will have the t-shirts as well, and again, all fundraising for Owen and the family. So, and that's all I have this evening.
Okay, the rink manager report?
Hi.
So Tech Mechanical has been out for the compressors already. They have found 4 leaks. One of them was a major leak, so they got that fixed already. It's already been a success as it is. Compressor should be here within the next 2 weeks and get that put in. Rotary Park, the siding, all the materials have been ordered. We have also been looking into redoing the roof also. So we're looking into doing that
For that pavilion?
for that pavilion because that roof is missing shingles. So we're going to be redoing that also. Currently at the rink right now, we have GCYA in there renting it out. They have done basketball camps in there along with GCYA baseball and softball registrations, along with GC camp in the mornings. Other than that, that's it.
So the compressors will be done before the ice
That is,
has to go in and everything?
if everything goes to plan, yes.
Okay, good.
Didn't we just replace the compressors?
Yeah, but then they were leaking.
We've
So-
had nothing but problems with that compressor since day one.
So there was an issue with it where 4 key valves went bad. They were not replaced urgently under previous administration. I am now trying to get all of that replaced the correct way so that the compressor works fully. One of the compressors, due to lack of oil, it's called a screw compressor. The screw part of it is actually bent, which caused the compressor just not run very well. So we now have to replace that compressor and replace all 4 valves.
Question,
Answer.
is there a chance to find out the one that you're gonna take out? Can we get that one refurbished as a spare? Because you're only.
Probably not.
Because you're only replacing the screw, right? Because the
Correct.
only thing you screwed up is
They-
the screw, so all you gotta do is replace the screw.
There's a chance.
Unless there's more.
But they're saying, by what they told me, it's better just to replace the whole thing. Don't buy refurbished because it doesn't last as long.
They usually give us a rebate when we
They will
take the
give us
item
a
back.
$4,000 rebate once we send that back within 10 days of receiving an installation.
Oh, that's your core charge.
That is the
So
core
they're
charge.
taking the core charge there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
How often should that thing be looked over? Like a yearly inspection?
If the maintenance is done on it,
Yes, if the maintenance is done on it. I'm working with Tech Mechanical to try to figure out that proper maintenance schedule right now.
Okay.
So
should it be
that-
once a month, once every 2 weeks, whatever it is?
Yeah, I feel once a month minimum, but we'll see what Tech Mechanical says.
Okay.
They know about it better than me.
Are you going to be in charge of the maintenance?
Yep. I'm gonna be a lot more involved now. Because I don't wanna lose the ice.
Mike, I think if they come back and say twice a year, I think you should probably see if the city can do 4 times a year. I would rather do too much than not enough.
I agree.
Because this, what's this repair costing right now?
Right around, I believe council approved, right around $60,000 for everything. And then we're gonna get the $4,000 off still. So the final cost should be around $56,000. So,
And preventive maintenance is gonna be obviously added to Radcliffe as well. Preventive maintenance is key. Even with our units there, you know, we're still working through bugs that, you know, we had from Schoolcraft, and DPS has been wonderful, Marge has been great. We're still learning as that building is evolving. But preventive maintenance on both of these buildings is definitely gonna be part of the game plan.
Maybe
Once
that'll
we're
help
repla-
with
when we're spending-
cost if we do both of them.
Yeah, correct, and we wanna maintain any new items that we get. I know there's some things that we're replacing at Radcliffe as well. And you gotta maintain them, because if you don't maintain them properly, then there it goes. So, but that will be for both buildings.
Just out of curiosity, how about a new PA system?
I know we were getting quotes, they came in pretty high,
Oh, okay,
so we're still trying to find a better price for those,
okay.
so.
The
PA
PA
system.
system is very old. It
Yeah,
is right
the police versus police hockey game was rough.
now. Yeah.
Couldn't hear the 50-50 numbers. Could barely hear
Okay,
names being
all right.
called out.
Also giving a shout out to DPW, there was a tree that fell right before music in the park on Thursday. They had that thing cut up probably within 45 minutes of getting there.
Where'd it fall from?
It was right between the playground and the red pavilion. And music at the park was at the main
Yeah.
pavilion.
'Cause they had another one fall there a couple years ago, right there, near the,
Yeah, I think there was another one that fell somewhere in that area too. Yep. So, that's it.
Okay. City Council Liaison Report?
I don't have anything unless you guys have anything you want me to bring in front of council. You know, announce something at a council meeting, but I don't think, we haven't, besides the new contract at Radcliffe, there's nothing crazy in the
We'll get a
pipeline.
list together for you, no?
Send me a list. I'll bring them up. We
Okay.
gotta take care of parks.
Anybody have anything for him?
I was gonna say, don't you challenge Kate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gauntlet down here in trouble.
moving on to commission members' report. Or I guess this is just like open communication, right, for you guys, for all of us? Dennis,
Each person
you wanna-
down the line.
What?
Each person down the line.
Okay. Dennis, do you want to start?
I have nothing.
What did you need me to take care of for you?
I'll think of something. I will think of
I
something.
told you I'd get it done quick, but we forgot what it was. Neither one of us wrote it down. I took care of one thing for you. I still owe you one, so I'm good tonight.
Anything?
So I just have a question. We're not doing a,
Yeah, we did not run through any
yeah,
of
we
these.
didn't run through any other financial.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
had a
say,
question about that too. I meant to ask the commission, do you want us to read off the financial report, or can we hand you a hard copy?
so here's what we've done in the past.
Okay.
We've kind of streamlined it. Before, we used to go through, in the report that you're looking at, the person would read it line by line. We did that for a few months till I got tired of that, and I said, hey, let's just say if anybody has a question, ask the
Okay.
question on, because there's 4 reports basically.
Yep.
You got your ice arena, you got your revenues and expenses,
Yep.
and you got Radcliffe revenues and expenses. So we get these ahead of time. If there's something that's in question, we just, so that's what we did. We
Okay.
streamlined it, instead of going through each individual item.
Yep.
Just, if we can get that report and look at it, because the question I had is, so your expenses were more than your revenues at Radcliffe?
You need an answer for that?
Yeah, you guys are looking at me, I mean, does anybody else realize that besides me?
Yeah,
I
they
mean, you guys
were.
are almost looking at me like I'm dumbfounded or something.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of curious because normally we don't see where it's like, I mean, your expenses are like twice of what your revenues were.
But I see
And
you,
correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember seeing where expenses exceeded revenues by double.
but
So
there
I was
was,
just curious if
Except
there
there
were
was.
some things that you probably won't have again, and that's like the wall decals. That was a big expense.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Wall decals, that was a big expense.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you had a $1,200 wall
But you won't
decal.
have every month.
Right, and
And,
again, there are some big,
Yes.
purchases that we kind of have to do. And you got to remember, in the summer, a lot of parks and recs, we're an indoor building. A lot of the kids are outside, and you'll see that revenue shift once
Right.
the cold weather comes in. You'll see that shift with more revenue coming in the fall and winter months as opposed to the summer. It's just very common, but we are gonna program as much as we can over the summer. The camp is kind of our lifeline.
Okay, and last month, how much like Dance Express had brought in, but then this month I see the wall decals and then like the rehearsal and recital fees for that one. So like the revenue from Dance Express isn't on this month, but it was substantial. And then I think the certified babysitter one was a big chunk,
Yeah,
but
did good.
that's such a great thing to
great
offer to the
program.
community, And it was the first time it ran.
Some of the things are, those grants, the Tai Chi and the arthritis are on there, so that money is coming out of the grant money too. Just certain things on there will be
Not
also
from,
that
like, the
grant.
general
Yeah,
fund.
and these are basic from each manager. That's what they print these reports. Again, it's your, here's what we're doing.
And the senior echo printing was also a big fee.
Yeah.
What was for the food pantry, the home pantry?
Hold on one second.
Okay, so maybe in the agenda, you can just add like a line item, just in case, we don't have to
For
go through them.
reports.
But if
Yeah.
there's like a question or
Question,
comment.
how about I add financial report,
Yeah.
Q&A?
Yeah, that works.
Does that sound good? Yeah.
Either that or your commissioner comments, you can bring it up in that. Either way it works, whichever.
Do we vote on this since we're making a change?
Well, I don't know if it's really a change.
We're building
I mean,
an
it's just-
agenda the
Yeah,
way,
it's just the agenda.
It's the
Yeah.
agenda, so there's really nothing to vote on. You're just saying that we want an agenda and we want to format this
Preference.
way. There's nothing to.
It's up to, it's up to the commissioners how you guys choose. If you want to bring it up during your comments, if you take notes on your pages, or if you want it to be an actual item, I don't believe that would need to be voted on, because it's,
Nothing to really vote on.
yeah, and you're approving the agenda before each meeting, so, or during the start of the meeting, so then you're approving what follows.
And the other thing, if the format really doesn't work for this group, I'm sure we can change it,
Yeah.
modify it, add, subtract, multiply, or divide.
Yep, whatever works best for you guys, makes the most sense.
and that was my goal too,
I'm
like.
up for something new. It's-
Yeah, and like I said, I think just giving each commission member kind of a, whether you want to do your park report at that time, or if you have just something to report to the community or whatever, or you heard a resident complaint or whatever it could be. That's kind of your time, I feel, just to kind of bring it up at the meeting. That's kind of how I viewed that particular report from each commission member.
Oh, there was one thing I was gonna add, is Meals on Wheels out of our control?
Yeah,
Our
they're all
facilities
settled
now.
in the church. From what I understand, everything is fine. I have not received a call. And that's what, if I'm not getting a call,
That's good?
that's a good thing. So, and again, it's, the communication is more through Meals on Wheels in Wayne County, because it's a Wayne County program. We were housing them. You see what I mean? So they're not gonna be calling me, they're gonna be communicating with Wayne County and those people of what they may need additionally. We've assisted in the move, we talked to them, we did everything we can to get them all settled. I honestly have not received a phone call, so That's good news.
Last update I got was they were running smooth
Good.
at the church.
So,
I hope they adjust and like it
Yeah.
a lot.
so.
It's a good location for them. There's a lot of parks in there.
Anything
So
else?
did you want me to add the financial, or do you want to just, do you want another line on there as far as?
I think so.
Okay.
You know what might make it even easier? Do you guys need to see all the sections that the listings that are there?
Well, it's
I like
nice
the
You wanna
because then
see
you
all
can.
this, right?
Yeah,
So you
because
still
we
wanna
can,
see all this.
yeah, because then if we
I
have
guess they're just asking
questions.
if we can still see the reports?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need to change
But do
anything.
you want me to announce the financial report and go through the line items?
I think
No?
we should keep doing exactly what we did. If you have, okay, financial report.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions regarding the financial report?
Line
And if
item
anyone
with
has any
Q&A.
questions?
I mean,
then-
you can make it a line item
that-
as the agenda. If you want to make it a line item agenda, you can make
So
it a line
like
item
new
agenda.
business, I have old business, new business, and then how about financial report?
Yeah.
Yep,
Right
Is
after
okay
that
with
Q&A.
everybody?
Yeah, if you want to do financial report under new business or make it a separate category, whatever's easiest for you.
Okay.
yeah.
And I will title it financial report Q&A. And then that's when it's kind of open discussion. If you have questions about that, that's where we bring it up.
Great.
So I will add that as well.
Anything else, Demita? No. Okay. I have nothing tonight.
First of all, I went to Music in the Park, and I've been to ones that were larger, but the band was very good. We had the storm that day. And the other thing I'd like to say is I'd like to give huge props to the Garden City Fire Department. They put the house next to me out that was on fire on the day of the Music in the Park. It was the scariest thing I'd ever gone through in my life. I got to my street, which is a dead-end street, and all I saw were lights everywhere. And I got where I could park and just like ran. It was chaotic, but they did a great job. The chief was there until I got home about 4:30, and I think the chief finally left the site about 10 o'clock. A transformer blew and the line blew, and so they did a fantastic job, and I just want to take the opportunity to thank them for everything that they did. And like I said, the Music in the Park was a good event. The band was nice, and that's all I have.
All I have is the Meals on Wheels. I had heard that they weren't working out at the church. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, yeah, we just spoke about it. From, I'm assuming the Facebook posts that you saw.
Yeah.
Since then, the city had worked with Wayne County, and they had all met together.
Okay, great.
and
That's all I wanted to make sure that
they're
was.
running
Okay,
smooth
great.
from the
That's all I wanted to
last
check on.
update I received.
That's it then.
Public comment. If you have anything.
I do have one more thing before we go, and we'll let the public speak first.
The Meals on Wheels situation. Let me throw it back. My understanding was, at one time, it was at Maplewood. And then when we rented out that first area for education, that education program, they moved them from one kitchen to another area. And then, when it started, when we rented out the last of it, they got moved, they needed a new place. I don't know whose responsibility, but you guys sort of inherited the problem because it was at Maplewood. Am I right or wrong on that?
Question, is Parks and Rec responsible for Meals on Wheels?
It's Wayne County's program.
Yeah, so we.
Wayne County
So we're not gonna
owns,
know, we can't,
and
I mean, we can reach out to people, because we've had somebody who can reach out to people.
We just
can't do anything.
Wayne County,
Room available.
It's not in our wheelhouse.
That's all we did, we made that available to them to use, for Wayne County to use. and they decided I assume that they didn't want to be there anymore.
I'm
At
sorry.
Maplewood. Wayne County decided that they were going to move out of Maplewood.
No, we needed to move them out.
Oh, did you?
Because the contract that was signed with It Takes a Village moved and took the rest of the Maplewood wing, or all of the actual Maplewood wing of Maplewood building. So we found them a place to go, whereas other communities that had Meals on Wheels programs, like the other Meals on Wheels program that was housed with Maplewood, which was Westland, kicked them out and said, find it on your own. We found them a place to land.
Okay.
A little bit of a hiccup on the start, but, you know, through working and making sure all of the sides were covered, they've now run smoothly from the last I have heard.
But here's where it gets a little more complicated. We pay into Wayne County a millage. There's a part of that that is designated for Vietnam vets. It's good till 2029, but yet we gave them an area, supplied them with furniture and so forth, where there's money there. So why do we do it for one part of Wayne County programs versus another? I'm asking us just to try to accommodate them. And what I've heard about the church is the fact that it's an elevator. They fear if it breaks down, they would not have a way of up and down. And the other part is Alcohol Anonymous has a program there. And should we have some sort of partition to where the Meals on Wheels are operating here and Alcohol Anonymous? I'm just trying to protect it because we need both of these
I
programs.
thought there is a partition.
But I think they're saying everything is working out good now.
Yeah.
There is no problem anymore. They're in there and they're happy.
They are, okay, because I haven't heard from the people that I was hearing from every day about what was going on.
And I think a lot of the questions that you're asking the commission right now, I feel should be asked to Wayne County. Because again, it's tough because it's a Wayne County program, and I feel that, you know, my entire staff has helped them move and get situated, and we had great communications with that team there. But again, if there's issues now between Meals on Wheels, it should be going to Wayne County.
And I agree with that 100%.
Yes.
But my understanding is there's just a total lack of communication, and someone needs...
I feel that's hearsay, you know?
And that's what I'm saying too, is the hearsay is getting to the point where we're having confusion because it says senior, you know, get this, but we also have veterans that are seniors that are getting this food. And there's a lady, from my understanding, that's cooking meals over at the towers every Thursday because these people aren't getting food. That's why I'm bringing it here, because you inherited it because of it being at Maplewood. I'm not saying it's your responsibility.
Right.
I just want to make sure we follow through and do what's best for all the citizens.
Maybe
As
we can have
far
a
as I know-
senior program with some
Meals on
cooking.
Wheels, they don't,
And again, you know, we're even taking the next step in taking on the liquid nutrition. You know, they had nowhere to go with that as well. So we're actually doing the liquid nutrition on Wednesdays out of Radcliffe. You see what I mean? So I feel that, you know, the city has taken it, you know, 5 times over and over to help these programs through Wayne County. So I think that's the misconception. It's like, well, why aren't we doing this or why aren't we doing that when we have? And you know, that's the hard part. We read social media, things keep getting stirred up, and you know, I'm reporting tonight that from what I understand, everyone is settled there and everyone is good, unless I hear otherwise.
And all I'm doing is asking that we stay somewhat proactive on this and don't let it get shoved into the corner, because I think there's more than what I heard. There are 60 people from Garden City and 20 from Westlands receiving the meals. And I think because of the COVID and everything else, it might be closer to 120 to 160 people that might need these meals.
but we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, but we don't take that data in.
This is being recorded, so I know Garden City administration might hear my dialogue.
That's okay, but.
There you go.
But again, we don't get that information. I can get it because I called Wayne County and asked those numbers. But again, that is through Wayne County, Meals on Wheels. That information goes to the volunteer people packing the meals. Then they physically give that information to the drivers, and out the food goes.
Maybe we can get the county commissioner to come to the next council meeting and give us an update, Mr. Witt.
I will
appreciate
send,
that.
I'll get a text message out
And
to
I
him.
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm not here to
Maybe I
cause,
forgot, they don't do any cooking for Meals on Wheels, right?
No, it's all prepared and delivered.
Prepared food, yes.
Prepared and delivered, and then portioned out, and
That's
like
what I-
10 are put in a car and
So they don't
delivered.
use the kitchen to cook in.
No, they keep it warm on like hot plates.
don't they
Yeah.
need to make it warm so they can break it up? You know, like if you shake
Yeah,
it out,
you know,
certain things that sort of grow in there, you need to warm it up to break it up.
You keep it warm, but then like a car gets 10 of them, so by the time you get to the 8th, 9th, and 10th home, the resident is cooking it up anyways to heat up to have a warm meal.
Yes.
Because by the time they get there, it's colder.
It's like some of us pick up our pizzas, the others get it delivered. I'd
Yep.
rather pick mine up because it's warmer, so, yes, I understand that. So I'm just bringing it up because it didn't get brought up last night, and it started with you people. I know it's not your responsibility, but you sort of inherited the problem, is how I look at it.
I hope they're settling in. If you haven't heard anything, I take that maybe as the,
Honest and
Right,
not
yeah.
at all. I know Danielle, my senior coordinator, everything's good.
Yeah, I live down the street from them and I see them loading their cars up every day, every day, and they don't seem to be having a problem.
In the official record, from what I've seen, Meals on Wheels could not be put at Radcliffe. There was no easy accessible way for bringing the food in and passing it out, so we need to eliminate that and just say there was no room for them without horrendous cost.
thank you.
Thank you.
I have one last thing.
Yes.
I would like to thank our past officers for all their time and service, and I wish our new officers good luck going forward.
Thank you.
And I have one thing to say, the notes, did you do them through, reviewing the,
Yes.
it's a great job. I think that's easier than somebody here being a secretary and trying to take notes.
Thank you.
I hope that's okay with the commission.
Absolutely.
And liaison, okay with that?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
To.
Rewatch the video to do it?
My first meeting, or my second meeting, we don't have a volunteer to take minutes during our meetings. And so.
So just rewatching the video and doing it?
So, yeah, and I just want to make sure that that is okay with
I
the
thought it-
commission
Yeah,
and okay with,
Yeah,
My
it's
liaison.
perfectly fine with me.
okay.
I have no issues as long as it's
I
recorded
just
properly.
wanted to say that, yeah,
Right.
that
I
you
mean,
did a good
The
job.
hard part with that could happen is if we do have a failure with the recording of the meeting, which technology, it can happen, then we will not have those minutes. That's the downfall of that. I hope that doesn't happen, but I'm still trying to think of some things. If one of you can do it, it'd be great.
I make a motion that it's not a big deal. Anyone want to second that?
Got it.
I take notes during the meeting, so if
Even
it falls.
If something were-
I take notes and then,
I
you
take
know, we
notes
piece it,
at
to you know,
every
put
meeting.
some, you know, the minutes are pretty simple and standard. We can't document everything that I'm saying or everything you're saying. It's just general to the point on the minutes. That's how I view minutes.
So like this would be Kim O'Farrell spoke briefly about minutes at the
Minutes.
meeting. Like, so as long as you're, if you want to take notes and or continue to take notes, take them. And if there is an instance where the record is broken downstairs,
Yeah.
that can always be added. I will give a little bit of reassurance. We have like 3 backups down there. So
They're pretty good down there.
a few
I
things
know
have
that
to
too,
fall apart
so,
for it not to work.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I think we're done.
All right,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I
Can get a
support.
second?
Aye.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.